Everyone, welcome to Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works. This is Aisha, your Tuesday vlogger, and I want to get right into the question this week. It is a very important question. How much water do you drink per day? How do you make sure to get your water in each day? And what would you say to someone who says it's too hard to get 64 ounces of water in daily? And for me, how much water do I drink per day? I drink 64 ounces is my goal every day. And that 64 ounces is separate from if I drink a diet Snapple, if I drink some other like a Ocean Spray, they have a diet cranberry or blueberry. So if I'm drinking anything else, that's irrelevant. Because I still need to get in 64 ounces of water, and that's just been something that I practiced from the beginning of as soon as I could drink 64 ounces. How do you make sure to get your water in each day? Well, I purchased two 32-ounce water jugs, if you will. These are Rubbermaid. I found them at CVS. And it has worked for me to fill these up every day, and when they're gone, I know that I have drank my 64 ounces. And when I'm tracking my food intake, my protein, I also tick off that I have drank, 64 ounces of water. And because I don't use bottled water and regularly practice buying bottled water, I also invested in a Pur Filter. I'm in Southern California, so the water may be a little questionable, but I use a Pur Filter. I love this mineralized Pur. The water tastes really refreshing, and I take my water ice cold. It just a preference. It feels better going in. And on the days and the times, in the week sometimes, when I can't drink plain water, sometimes my pouch just doesn't want plain water, my sweetener of choice is the Arizona lemon iced tea sticks. And these are made with Splenda. Splenda is my sweetener of choice. I try to stay away from anything that is using aspartame. And it just works better for me. I feel like things with aspartame trigger me a little bit more, like make me want to munch a little bit more. I found it when I eat sugar-free popsicles or sugar-free Jell-O. They also have aspartame, and so I never use Crystal Light for that very reason. And I'm not sure if any of you other people have problems with Crystal Light, but it is definitely huge on aspartame. And I think Snapple does use it. Yep, aspartame is in this, and it's rare that I ever drink these. This is like a random treat. It's the Brett Michaels Choparaca Diet Snapple, and so I try to stay away from things with that ingredient. But that's how I get my water in, is just making sure every night those two containers are filled and ready to go for the next day. And so when I'm working out, I use a different water container, and so that water is separate from my two 32-ounce containers. We need water. It is the utmost importance for flushing the body, and as often as I can, I try to drink clear water. I'm not sweetening it with anything. But I understand sometimes it's just tough, the water is just bland and you want to, make it a little sweet. But I would encourage everybody that if you can go with clear water, more times than not, go with the clear water. What would you say to someone who says it's too hard to get 64 ounces of water in daily? When you're new in the journey, it's extraordinarily hard. When I was coming home from the hospital, I was tasked with getting my water in with this little tiny cup, and I had to sip, sip, sip. and I could do like one of these an hour, and this worked for me back. Next week will be 18 months that I'm post-op. And then with time, I was able to drink more water, and this actually came from the hospital, and so it has a little ounces on it, and I would fill this up and sip, 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 and then eventually you get to this. And the point is, our R&Y pouches expand enough that we can get in water, and then with lap band and VSG, with time, you know, and taking our time, we all can get in the water. So there really isn't any excuse, except if you're newly post-op. Then you have an excuse to slow down and have to sip, sip, sip. But I would encourage you to, you know, do whatever you can, you know, order your kitchen and refrigerator in a way that water is always readily available to you, whether or not you use a Pur Filter like I do, or drink from the faucet, or buy bottles of water. Plan, you know, plan ahead, you know, keep water at work, keep water, you know, stocked in your home, whatever the case may be. I know there's times I've had to make a deal with myself that, you know, if I wanted this specific thing, I couldn't eat it until I got the rest of, you know, like maybe I needed to finish one of these. I had to finish it before I could actually, you know, eat whatever that was. And so we all have to do what we have to do, because the water is flushing the fat and flushing all the toxins out of us, and we want to make sure we get rid of that stuff every single day. But that is the answer to my question this Tuesday. So, you know, leave comments below if you have any other tricks on getting in water. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And this is Aisha with Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works. And if you are new to viewing me on a Tuesday, my YouTube channel name is Grelin Be Gone. So you can check me out there as well and see my full journey. Again, I am nearly 18 months post-op, 5.5 months in, nearly 5.5 months in maintenance. So this is Tuesday, and you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.